Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2, the Netherlands edition, where last episode, guys, we implemented our very first shipping line. And what this shipping line's about to do right now is travel all the way over to this port to pick up a bunch of fuel, which is then going to deliver it all the way over in Netherlands as we built an inner city harbour. And then we've got vehicles set up which are distributed between Amsterdam and Zaandam. Guys, this is going to be absolutely wild right now. The only thing that I'm a little bit nervous about is the quantity in which they're going to be bringing over. My vehicle depot right now is not going to have the ability to be able to store it all. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this little harbour here, this little kind of dock area, reclaim a little bit more land, push this back a bit with a couple of buildings. That should hopefully, and you know, kind of give us a little bit more storage space. But also, I want to do some more expansions. I want to expand the train line, and with the large amount of cash I've currently got in the bank right now, we are going to invest, boys, in kind of upgrading all our vehicles. Guys, welcome back to my Dutch transportation company right now, where things are, at the minute, running smoothly, but they could quite easily go downhill just as quick. Right, if you are enjoying the series, guys, please make sure you smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Do not rely on the recommended tab right now. Subscribe to be notified when each episode is going to be coming out. That's picked up 90. That's picked up 90. There's still a bit remaining on the harbour right now, but things are rocking and rolling. So let me go back into play mode right now, because I don't want to go too quick. First thing I'm going to do right now is see if we can upgrade any of our vehicle lines. So these are the lines that are losing the most amount of money. It's the shipping route because it hasn't dropped off yet, and it's obviously my two new fuel lines which haven't transported any cargo just yet. Now, let's see if we can make our passenger line make a little bit more cash first. Actually, we've got two loops on these, so I'm going to grab both of the loops and I'm going to replace both of the vehicles because it's now getting to the point where it's quite important to start transporting more people. No electrical diesel just yet, but we're going to go with the brand new Mogul train right now. 75 top speed, quite a lot of pulling power, and I'm now going to flash the cash, boys, and go all out. Now, in terms of passenger wagons, which one carries the most amount of people? It's got to be this one here, right? 16 people. So if I add this to my train right now and give ourselves an 80 capacity and replace all the trains with that for 27 million. Now, granted, it is going to be a lot more money to run and maintain a year, but now we are transporting max amount of passengers. Now, we've got the other line here in going from Zandvoort to Den Haag right now, which has got one train on, which we're going to replace this as well. So same again, we're going to take care of our passenger lines first. And we'll give this an 80 capacity at the same time. Very good, boys. Money has been invested in our passenger lines. I'm not sure what's happened to that train right there. I think I upgraded it mid-stop. Right, very good. They should be technically now a little bit faster. Now, can I do anything with the vehicle runs yet? I'm not sure if the food line... Is this the food line or a passenger line? This is the passenger line. Can I upgrade any of these vehicles? So, passenger. I've currently got the stagecoaches, which is 4 people. I can move up to 5, which is not... Oh, we can get the new American stagecoaches, which is 5 people. Right, we'll upgrade that line to that. We've obviously got the line coming into here, so that's to Amsterdam to Leiden right now. We're going to manage these and replace them with the stagecoaches, the American ones. And then we've got Leiden to... Oh, I actually don't know which one I upgraded. Was it this one, Leiden to Amsterdam? Right, that should be all 3 passenger lines there fully upgraded, which is amazing. Right, I don't think I can do cargo, but we're going to come back to that in just a moment. Now, something that we need to look at towards doing next is how we can expand our passenger line. We've got quite a bit of money coming in, and we will need to start figuring out how we're going to be delivering all the goods. Where's the ships, by the way? They got a long way to get in here. All the goods to this region. Now, currently, Amsterdam needs food and fuel, Zamdam needs fuel and tools, Haarlem needs food and bricks, and Zandvoort needs food and fuel as well. Now, I could theoretically change Haarlem and Zandam to also accept fuel and food, so I could bring food over here and it could be distributed a little bit more evenly. But let me take care of this before the ships do come. So, no, don't delete it, boy. Configure it. Delete that. Right, and then can I upgrade and add on to this before having to... No, we've got to reclaim the land, right? Yeah. So let me now reclaim this land. So we're going to bring it out. So brush size. Let's go just to there for... Oh, what's that there stopping me? Is there a landing still there that I don't know about? What's going on with that? So apparently I can't do it there, but I can do it here. Huh? Right, let me configure this. Did I need to delete the and then delete you? Right, now it's gone. I think now it's registered that it's gone. That was really weird, wasn't it? That was really weird. Right, make these a little bit longer, so they can just generically hold more cargo in general. And we can put cargo buildings down. These are quite large, these cargo buildings. These allow us to store, on the bigger ones anyway, 75 more cargo. We can put these smaller ones here, which they do 25. So just by placing these here, 4 of them, I can now store an extra 100 cargo in the buildings before the platform. Now, can I get another one there? I can. So that's then 150. I think we'll go with that first until we kind of are like bulking up even more. But that should do us. So let's go smoothie right now. There we go, boys. There we go. And that should give us a little bit more space to work with. I can then bring other types of cargo then over here as well. Right, because Zandam's going to start growing with the fuel, I think it sounds good right now to quickly implement the passenger train line before it grows too big and I've got to delete too much. So a line from Zandam is going to come into Amsterdam. It's going to kind of continue straight then into Hilversum, where it then will probably go to Amersfoort, if that's how you pronounce it, and then maybe turn to go down to Harderwijk. Am I saying these right? I'm really trying. I'm really trying with the pronunciations. I don't have that Dutch twang to my voice. So for Zandam, I'm going to build it here. Now, problem is, we've got a lot of road that we are going to have to delete. Buildings-wise, we need passenger, which is quite big. I'm going to go for a 120. That should be sufficient enough for us at this moment. It doesn't reach everywhere, but again, that's where public transport will eventually kind of come in. Actually, if I delete this road, I could maybe get the 160 in. I'm going to have to delete that road. Okay, I'm going to have to quickly pause. It pains me to delete this stuff, because I'm going to have to kind of run it all the way through. I'm going to have to delete this. And do you know what? I think I could have gotten away with not deleting that road if I bridged it over. Right, we'll see. We'll see right now. So if I implemented you directly on the junction, and if we quickly now create a setup here. So until I need to bring cargo over, I won't add any cargo platforms until we go down that road. So we'll just keep it as this right now. We'll add all our little extras in at the same time. The little underpasses there. The little kind of rooftops there to protect them from the rain. And of course, we'll need to do some additional passenger buildings. There. One there, just for now. And that road's going to be a little bit of a pain for me. But let me just kind of work with this train track here, because I'm going to have to kind of bring it up and over. So is that too high, you reckon? That's possibly way too high. So if I was to bring this to, for example, because I'm trying to turn it with the area. Bring it to there. And bring that out as well. Now if I bring these in, so we get the connections in as quick as possible. All I'm missing is the crisscross. So I don't know how this is going to work with the roads. So how would a road now go through this? It could do, but the slope's a bit too much. It's paining me. Trust me, it's paining me, boys. Right, that works, but I'm going to go for a chunkier road. So we still get the connection. It's just my crisscrosses will have to happen here. Now we're going to elevate it over and hopefully skip out this road. But also we're going to need to create a connection. So if I just come off, for example, you, to find out where the road connection... I should have turned off ownership as well. I don't want to pay for these roads. Now that's going to run to there, but I'm going to have to reposition this. So delete you and delete you. Just so you can see where the road's going to run. That's the thing with working with the European cities, that I'm normally kind of do the gridded versions. This is a little bit less gridded. Right, delete this back. I'm deleting this back to the corner so the corner can bend into my new run. And theoretically, if I run this across, I want to try and skip out that road, which would be quite handy with the elevation. But it looks like I should have done this side first. There we go. Really? So how come I can do it on one side, but I can't do it on the other? Right, let's try that again. So maybe it's a little bit higher than I initially thought it was going to have to be. There we go. So if I then delete to there and to there, because now theoretically we are wanting to come down to Earth. And I don't want it to cut in to the ground, but that there should work. Now, I've got to do the crisscross, obviously. So we'll do the crisscross before they hit the bridge. Oh, don't play these games now, boys. Don't play these games right now. The slope is too steep. I mean, what's annoying this time around is I can see the slope. So maybe I have to go a little bit longer to kind of pad out the slope. Oh, come on. Right, delete you, delete you, delete you, delete you. Right, if I run you into there, if I just initially run you to there like that. No, I couldn't get away with it like that. I couldn't get away with it like that. Right, what if I do this? If I can't do this, I'm going to have to put the crisscross on the bridge. Which I don't like doing it so far back. I mean, you can go there, but it completely defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to accomplish here. Maybe I actually first get rid of the road. Oh, I'm deleting too much stuff. I need to calm down. I'm going to delete the road first and then implement it. That might be a helping hand. Yeah. So what we can argue there and say was the road was causing me issues. Right. So I'm going to have to delete this, unfortunately. Which means this is going to... Oh, let me make that go a little bit further first. Bring that directly through. Delete you. And then if I can wiggle this in ever so slightly, that's how that's going to work. Buildings, truck and load stop. Does that... Yeah, it picks it back up. as if it never disappeared. And we're all good. Nice little old bridge passing over. I love it. I've got the crisscross just after. Yeah, I've deleted a little bit of the city, but that's fine. It will bounce back directly into Amsterdam. Let me just sort out these signals real quick. So you're there. We'll do another set just here and here. And you're in there. Okay, that's all good. So I can now go back into play mode then and let Zandam do what they've got to do. I've got the station now in. I don't need to worry. We've still got a long time before the ships make their way over anyway. Because I've got it in play mode and they are quite slow. So, Hilversum, also requires food and fuel, which is what we're going to be bringing over eventually anyway. So, passenger train station again. We're going to have to cause a little bit of chaos here. So, delete you, delete you. Right, delete all that. And if I quickly just get in my 4 train tracks, and do I pull it like this or like that or in the middle? I'm going to put it in the middle like here. There we go. And add the buildings in. Or can we go a bit bigger? We can go a bit bigger on this one. I'll do the same on this side. And if I just very, very, very quickly just do this one side, because just to stop them from building the... Actually, that's fine. We can build the train tracks now. There's no issues. There's no issues, boys. And... Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. We need to connect this up now, which means I'm now getting rid of my only train yard. And it maintains a 120 speed limit running in. So that's perfect. All I've got to do is the signals, and I could actually theoretically start running a train to and from here now. There's nothing actually stopping me. Right, they're all in like that. But what I will do, though, is I will push the train line here moving forward. Same with this one. And should I get in the connection here now? Let me delete you, delete you, delete you. I don't know how that's going to play ball with this, but it's none of my bees' knees, is it? None of my bees... Oh, the curvature's not great there on that one. There we go. Amazing. Oh, I should actually maybe... hook up the other side. So you're not getting the road connection there. Right, you could get the road connection... Not there, no, because of that crisscross. I mean, I could get it there quite early. It depends on where you want it. I don't know how to... Because I don't want it to be the grid city, like I would normally build. I want it to have a little bit of character. So I'll leave it like that, and I'll allow the town to decide how it wants to build upon the rest of it. But I could now theoretically run a train line going back and forth there. So it's no different from the train line going from Zandvoort to Den Haag right now. There's no difference whatsoever. Back and forth, simple, signals work. We are growing the areas, and we've got existing lines now connecting to our loop. So I need an area in which I can implement my train depot again, which will be beneficial for everyone. So I think I'm just going to squeeze it here, because this is where all my trains are going to start pulling out from. So if I implement it just there, and that should give me enough space to create a bend that would come in like that, but also more importantly to come in like this for the trains to enter and exit from. Add it like that so they can wait their turn. Very good. Right, let's create a new line. So from Zaandam to Amsterdam to Hilversum, back to Amsterdam and back again. So let me change this to a slightly purple line. We can see it a bit better. In Zaandam, we give them the ability to use all of them. It doesn't really matter. Until we bring more trains over, we'll kind of change things up. But for the first time it enters into Amsterdam from this direction, we want it to be on number 1, right? So number 1 can do number 2, can do number 3. That's fine by me. Which means Amsterdam again will be 6 to do number 5 and number 4. That's how that works to keep it all on the same sides. Which never really works out perfectly with the way it's all been set up, but they've got enough lines to kind of make up their mind where they want to go. And that's all I need to do. There's nothing really crazy about that. And let me just quickly name the line as well. So this is our Hilversum. If I've oh, hang on. My capitalization's wrong. Hilversum. To, where's it going? Is it Zaandam? Is Zaandam spelled like that in the game? Yes. I don't know if these are actually the correct spellings either. I'm not too sure. But that's all now set up. Let's buy 1 train for that line. So we'll go the Steam Mogul, passenger wagons. We'll add the 80 on it. And then we'll get that to now run on our Hilversum to Zaandam. Another brand new line all set up. This is actually getting real exciting right now. We're actually getting more interconnectivity all up and running as well. Right, so I know we've got these passenger lines, but at some point we've got to say goodbye to them. But I think we'll only say goodbye to them once we've got Wardem all connected. And I've been thinking about this place. I think I should run a line from Rotterdam, which will turn to go through here and then into Utrecht. But the kicker is, I know we already have a line going back and forth there via this. But the kicker is, it terminates there, goes through here, and then it will come through Utrecht to go in a different direction. So that's the way in which we can kind of make it cross over the 2 cities that are already connected, still have access to this city, but we make it worthwhile while going to a destination we currently don't go to. Because Hilversum will connect down to here. This could maybe turn to connect down to there. So maybe that's the line that runs down and ends in Arnhem. Maybe, I don't know. It's we'll see what the natural progression will eventually become. But we've got the connections all up. I just need to add the final bits to this station. Oh, it's actually already done it itself because we should have all the underpasses, right? Yeah. It does go a little bit wild on the underpasses. But that's all good. That is all good right now. So all we're now waiting is to see the ships making their way down here to unload for some fuel. So the cargo side of it then, Zaandam and Amsterdam. If I manage these vehicles real quick, the fuel lines, I don't think there's better vehicles for cargo. I've got these which carry 5. Yeah, the best is currently 5 right now. So there's nothing better I can get for the cargo. The only thing that I could maybe look at is my food run and my oil run, just to see if I can really benefit from these. But looking at it, there's not really much more being picked up. Are these trains even that full? No, not really. It's not going to be until we start delivering this stuff. And to be honest with you, I can send it up to there and have the ships pick it up at the same time. It's a really cost-effective way in which I can transport the goods. So let's hold out for the food run for just a moment. Let's just hold out for that. We have a lot of oil here to ready to be picked up. So I'm going to now replace all of these trains with the Mogul trains. Steam, baby, steam. And cargo-wise, we've got these oil tankers here. They all carry 7. They have 16 on them. Damn, that's a lot, isn't it? We'll go with these ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. 140s. That's a lot, isn't it? That really is a lot. But let's replace them. Actually, we'll replace them and we'll replace the oil line at the same time. Oh, have I got to do it again? Okay, I've got to do it again. Right, so cargo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 27 million. Right. They should be a little bit quicker, get up to speed a bit quicker, and they should also, at the same time, carry a little bit more. Now, if this is going to be like this, we're going to need to implement additional connections for a food line to run all the way up and in. So we might have to kind of slightly readjust that, but I'm in no rush at the moment. I'm in no rush to do that, so that is what makes this kind of technically perfect. Right, okay, so while we're waiting for the shipping line to make its way over, that is... we could maybe look towards doing the additional passenger line, because that's the only one missing, which means I could then get rid of all of these then, because we have passenger train lines making their way in, and I can then just focus on making each town more connected to its own train station. That could be a big benefit. So if I was to do that, then we've got to look towards where the station will be implemented. Now I think, I mean, these roads are a bit wild, but if I had this connect directly to there, and it'll bend around, we kind of, this is a weird town, isn't it? It's a weird town. That connects into there, so that would be quite close. So this would cost me a bit of cash right now. All right, if I deleted this road here, if I made this, well, that going straight would lead to there. That going straight would lead to there. So it's where would I want my train line to now actually run? I don't agree. I'm going to pause for a second. I don't agree with how it's building like this. And I don't want to delete it too much. Maybe, I mean, that's me running it in a straight line. That's technically not a straight line. So it's a bend. So it would kind of bend like this. And that would obviously, oh, hello. That would bend like that. And that's how we get these little kind of sections. So a train station, and this might be a little bit of a push right now. I could definitely get it there if I deleted this. Push this as close as I could maybe physically get it. And then does that give me the space there to run that out? Oh, almost. Right, what's not playing ball? I mean, I'm going to have to make that a little bit shorter than, aren't I? But it's not going to be a major train station. We'll do a 120 on that. It's not a major train station, so we're okay. It gives a little bit of space to kind of play with too. And then run you up. Obviously, that would run up. And then obviously, that's probably going to bend round to connect to the outer area of this stop. So I'm kind of preempting where this is all going to build. I don't want to press play again just yet, but let me just get all this connected. And we'll get you connected just here. And if I was to run a road going across like that, I could then get this to bend into there. And you can see how this town's going to run. Now, granted, the train station's on the outskirts, but that's where we implement vehicles. I don't want to create too much chaos and have a train station in the dead center, because it doesn't really work like that most of the time. And our train line here is going to run outwards. So this on the closer side to the city right now, the town, will be the main run in the line. So that's technically running it in a straight line. I just don't know how the secondary line there is going to react. That's going to then bend this way and then bend in. So that works out really well for us, actually. How does this bend in? Is it as simple as being able to just crisscross it? Well, get that in there. Can I do the crisscross here? The more of this I can implement, the better. So construction not possible. I should have done the other. Oh, damn it! I should have done the other side first. So if that went there, that goes there, and I've got my crisscross in. Perfect. That's actually perfect. So I'll then want to run this going out. So that would run all in into there. And, oh, am I able? Yes. And then quick crisscross, which shouldn't be any issues. There we go. Right, perfect. Right, back into play mode now, because now I can let the town figure out what in the world just happened. Yeah. And then we've got some connected. So that's going to run down to connect into this. So if I look towards doing a straight run here and connect you in, and then can't quite maintain a 120. Not like it's going to maintain a 120 anyway. It'd be nice to get as close as we can to it. So I'll go directly from the road then. How about that? Yeah, 120 all the way in. There we go. And then for this, as soon as we come off there, is that good enough? How about we go just a tad bit back? You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to beat around the bush with that one. Run this all the way in. That's good. So, let me now just sort out the signal. So that signal will no longer need to be there. We'll need the signal then here and here. Running down to here. The crisscross is there. So we have the signal there. Signal. I've got too many signals in. Right, that would go... Well, that one would go there. Auto signal off. I'll implement one just there. Alright, there we go. And then that run there's done. So theoretically, for now, it will just be Utrecht to Rotterdam commuter line going via this town. But it's not going to do us much justice because it's going to take away from the existing line. But I've got to extend it a bit further to make it make sense. That's all I've got to do. Theoretically, that's all I've got to do. I could, to be honest with you, I could also make that line extend into Den Haag. Unless I make it extend into over here. But then I can have another line that does that then turns to go through that town. So there's many ways in which you can kind of look at this. There is many, many, many ways. Right, back to the train line anyway. Because I'm now going to look towards setting up a run that goes like that. Right, run this all the way in. And most likely we are going to have to delete some stuff here. Let me just get rid of these signals. And then we'll reintroduce them in just a moment. So how sharp of a bend do we go? So let's say that was that on that one there. And then that would bend with us. Now it kind of messes up that road. But I'll delete that road anyway. We no longer need that signal there because it's going to be a little bit too close. So we'll implement signal there, and then I'll have one just there. I'll put a secondary one there in case there is trains waiting. And if I delete back just here, I think we might be able to get the perfect bend, maintaining a 120. So signals again, we'll do it from here. And then we'll do auto signaling going back. And then that gets to here. And then that should put us all back in. Perfect. So theoretically, I can now run the train line coming through. And the more I look at it, why don't I just make it go straight to Bendin? But then again, the town's going to build all around this. I'm leaving room for the town to build is what I'm doing. I'm leaving room for the town to build. I'll see how much that annoys me in the future. We'll see. We shall see. Right, another new line. Bam. Oh, is that street carts I see? I think it might be. Right, Rotterdam then. Because this is the end one, I could make it utilize all of them. It doesn't really matter too much. Let me make it purple. I'm making my little kind of smaller commuter lines purpley. Right, it doesn't matter too much. But when we get to in here, we shall say that coming in this way, we utilize 4 and 3. And then the other one is 1 and 2. And then I can already guarantee and say that's going to use all 4 anyway. Right, perfect, boys. Perfection. And we'll buy 1 train for it. Now, my only concern for this line is, will it take away too much from the existing line that already goes... Will they see that get the train from there to Utrecht that goes via Warden quicker than this line? I don't think they will. I don't want to get off and then get back onto the same train again, but via there. I don't think that will be the case. I don't. But let me change the name anyway. So this is Rotterdam to Utrecht, which I can still never pronounce it. But that line, it's kind of like inverted, where that line and this line here, their middle station is on the loop. It's inverted where the middle station is not on the loop, but the 2 end ones are. But it will eventually extend and continue elsewhere. So with that said then anyway, theoretically we could get rid of the buses. Now the buses do reach an area where the trains currently don't reach, so I will be limiting the amount of passengers I can move, but having the trains will take a lot of these off. So I'm now going to get rid of my vehicle runs. It's quite sad to see, but it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. So you, and you. We're going to select all the vehicles and we're going to sell them. Goodbye, fools. Goodbye. We're going to select the line and delete it. Select the line and delete it. Select the line and delete it. So we still have the food runs, but I no longer need these, unfortunately. And that will give us a little bit more space for the towns to add an additional building or 2. Sad, guys. Very sad right now. Very, very, very sad. But this will now give me the kick up the booty to put more emphasis on building connections for the city to bring them to the train station. So that means little bus routes linking around. But I'm in, again, no rush to do all of that. Right, these ships are coming in, but seeing as the ships are over there, how many goods are on the platform over here? Quite a bit. So I think I could maybe look towards grabbing this line. I mean, first things first, has there been new ships that have come out? Not really, but what I'll do is I'll duplicate them and get another 2 in. So as they're coming in, there's 2 now going to be coming out. Right, let's fast forward them. Let's fast forward and see what craziness is going to ensue. Right, vehicles are already in bad conditions. What do you reckon, guys? Should I maintain my vehicles a bit more? Right, let me change the maintenance to 25%, okay? I'm paying an extra 25% in running costs right now. Are you happy, fools? Are you happy right now? Right, off them ships, or at least one of them is now sailing. And yeah, these are going to be pretty good. These are going to be pretty good right now. We're just waiting for the ship to make its way over here. It's actually getting pretty close. So we'll see what happens. Right. Hopefully everything all goes to plan right now. There's a fair few people already waiting here, which is really good to see. It gives us a little bit more ability right now to grow the town. I'm liking the European style that it's choosing to kind of grow in. Rotterdam's going to be quite busy as well. It's quite a big city, that one. Oh, look at that. We got some buildings on the edge over here. That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. And off the trains go. Right. My new ship's leaving. My original ship's entering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years it's taken to complete this journey. Eventually it will be a lot quicker. Either via ships or bringing it in via trains. I don't know. But it's taken a while, guys. It's taken a while. So, would it be worth right now also connecting up more towns with more roads? It 100% would. So, bringing you up. I'm trying not to get that to actually snap. To there. And if I now just bend that all the way in. There we go. Amsterdam is now connected to Haarlem via a road. Right, here comes the first ship, boys. And we're actually going to see how much money it makes as well, which is going to be wild. So by connecting up the roads, it increases the private transportation bonus. So this number here will then start to increase, as you can see. From 207 to 204 to 202 to 204 to 207 to 208. There we go. Which we might get an extra 10% out of that. Right, here comes the first ship, boys. Here comes the first ship. We've got plenty of room for them to navigate, so we're all good. We're all good, boys. Right, in we come. Zip, zip. And we unlock 1.3 million. Oh, okay. That completely pays for every year we've lost money. Yikes. I was not expecting that. More importantly, you can see the difference right now in the distribution of the goods. More is going to Amsterdam. A whole lot more. Right, can I create little connecting over sections to allow more free-flowing opportunities for the vehicles? I know it creates a lot of crisscross on the train line, but that should be okay. That's now driving off for the first time with fuel on board. And we're going to extend you. Oh, could I get these to connect in? So if I brought that in like that, could I bring this down? I'm not liking that bend. Let me just delete to replace in. There's a little bit of a ring road coming directly from there. Because this might be a crazy busy junction if we're not too careful. Which there's that doing it for the first time as well. Nice. Progression, boys. Progression. The ships are now going out. I've got another 2 ships on the way over there. And Zaandam and Amsterdam are going to getting... actually, Amsterdam is the first city right now to get both its goods delivered. Which, bam, it just got delivered. It's got both its goods. And by the time it takes them ships to come back, these vehicles would have destroyed what's currently waiting here. So that's pretty sweet to see. Busy, busy, busy. Nice. Nice right now, boys. I'm liking it. This is working out so well. It's working out so well right now. Right, what lines are losing money? It should definitely be my shipping line. Or my Amsterdam Loop 1 is now losing money. But yeah, because we have increased the expenses with the type of trains that we've placed on the line. Mazanfort to Den Haag one losing money. Again, it's because I've changed the type of train it is. But as this town slowly grows, more passengers want to get to to and from the trains, it should eventually balance itself all back out with the more destinations that we are creating. Right. Do I connect Zandvoort up right now? It only makes sense because of money. Well, the city growth. So get you connection up there. Any more little towns I can connect? It would make sense for these guys here to be... Oh, it's a shame I can't get that to running, isn't it? Right, if I kind of bent this around. If I delete that. And then bring that in like that. That creates a run just there. So just simple enough where it creates the connection for them to understand that they can now drive to the city, to the town, which will create a little bit more of a boost on the private transportation, hopefully give us an extra 10% in some of these cities and towns, which theoretically then makes them grow a little bit more. We shall see. It's a long-winded process, but we shall see. Right, them ships on the way over right now, which there seems to be 400 available. That is a lot. They got their first transport numbers as well, with them ships being delivered. But yeah, this is actually working out pretty well. So small little improvements we've made today, but they're major advancements in the grand scheme of it, in the bigger picture, because we've now got additional lines that connect. I've now got a supply chain bringing in goods, which can be distributed a little bit more evenly. And we've connected up more cities and towns and kind of preempted where they are going to be running. I realise I haven't kind of built on this side either. So I'm going to quickly throw down the buildings over here. I'm just going to match to where I've currently got the road network. And let me just quickly go across with something like this. I don't think that can go across, can it? No, unless I did a road here, but that's not going to work. I can't really build one there. Can't really get one there. I don't want to have to rely on that too much. So where can I sneak a little connection? I'm trying to see where I can sneak a little connection right now. Oh, there we go. There's a little gap just there. I'll sneak one in. Because they also use the station to walk through as well, the passengers. It's just more vehicle traffic. So we could start seeing them build up on the other side of the train station as well, if they really want to go down that road. But that's entirely up to them. Right, a few more connections we're going to quickly create in terms of road. So I'm going to bring that to there, and then this is going to swoop in. And then we theoretically could now look at connecting this up, and I might use this. As our road connection to these towns. Because like I said before, it then creates more private transportation growth. And they can now expand a bit more, which then more people, more businesses, more products, more passengers, which means more money for me. This is going to be traffic jam city. I can already see this become traffic jam city right now, boys. But as we get more public transportation set up anyway, and all that jazz, we should see less people using vehicles and less hot jams in the future. Maybe another bridge or two connecting over would be a good idea. And not rely, and another road coming down as well. And not rely on the same connections. Beautiful. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it here right now. What a way to end the episode right now. Progression, progression, progression. If you want to see another episode, please smash the like button down below. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.